All right, check it out. It's Kevin from the Nomoc Experience YouTube channel. He's come and camped with us for a few days.
How you doing, everybody?
Say hello to my friends and neighbors there, Kev.
How you doing? Happy Tuesday here on the Matty Wagon channel. Matty Van Halen.
So he's in here. I want to show you the process he goes through to edit his videos. He breaks out the big artillery. That's his little vlogging camera.
This is what I video everything on. It's called the DJI Pocket 2. I'm not sponsored by them, but this is where, if you watch my channel, 100% of everything is filmed from this.
See how it pivots around, the little camera on the top? Watch this. Spin it.
And if you want to face yourself, you tap this 3 times and it flips around.
Cool, it pivots
Yeah.
on a little actuator.
Yeah. And then turn it off, it just hides itself and you make sure you break it.
He just keeps the footage on like a little thumb drive and then plugs his thumb drive into
USB.
the laptop.
Yeah, and this is right now I'm filming Tombstone, or I'm editing the Tombstone video. I was there for a couple days. And it's going to be a 3-part video because there's so much on there. I even got to see the real enactment they call it, of the OK Corral shootout.
That's cool. Yes, you guys jump over. Nomoc, Nomoc Experience.
And the real stars of the show are down there.
Look at that handsome guy. There's Barrett. And there's beautiful Bella. And Chloe's gone into town. She was parked right here. She went in to do laundry and grab some items. There's a Matty Wagon. Here's our little makeshift campsite of all the tables we set up. Kev's got his stove out right now. And he's gone and got an extension hose where he can get rid of these little guys and go to a big tank for a better economy, because those little green bottles are up to $5 or $6 a pop now. And my tank, here, I'll flip over and show you that. And see, I've gone to the big tank. This is not a 20 pound, it's a 15 pound, just a little shorter than your typical barbecue grill tanks. You can pick these up at Lowe's or gas stations or Walmart or whatever, and you can exchange them if you want. But I'm going to take mine into town and have it refilled when it's time. It's cheaper to do it that way. This is the same tank I had filled in Flagstaff back in September, and I'm still using the same tank. See, this hose is the 10-foot buddy hose. It's the one that does not require a filter. And of course, a buddy heater does not require a regulator either. It's already got it built in. So just in case you were wondering. So last night we had a little party out here. We were having some beers and some Jack Daniels, and this morning was not so good. It's the first time I've been hungover in I don't know how long. My body is fine as long as I'm just sipping on beers, but anything other than that is not for me. No more of that, Matty. No more of that. Look at all the space we've got around us. The closest guy is right there in the Class A, right there, and that's about 100 yards away. And they're real quiet. They do run a generator, but it's not obnoxious. You know, what are you going to do? We're on free public land. People can do what they want to do. I want to show you this double-sized shower tent. It pops up so easy. The design on this is great. It's called Julka. I think these things are about $200 though. This is Chloe's, but we've all been using it. Not at the same time, of course. There's Chloe's porta potty. I opt for the bucket. I guess it's your preference, you know. If you want something a little closer to home as a real commode, go with the porta potty. They're not hard to handle at all. There's a dump station in town. They do charge you $5 though to dump your black tank. Hey Bella, look at this pretty girl. She's half wolf. She's beautiful. And she's sweet. Look at that face. Good girl. All right, so here's something you might not know about this Ram ProMaster. This is not the high top. This is the low top. And I can almost stand up in this thing. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I can walk around in there. I have to tilt my head down, and it's not even the high top version. It's about half a foot wider than my GMC. Look at that. Kevin's 6 feet tall, and he can stretch out with no problem, and his bed is perpendicular, just like mine. And I can just barely stretch out without my head and feet hitting the walls in mine. And I'm 6'2". I think it's time for a new camp chair. Yeah, you're seeing that right. I have broken out the duct tape. I had chair failure last night in 2 places. So for right now, until I can get into town and get a new camp chair, I just duct taped it up because that's the way I roll. All right, so while you look at this beautiful scenery of the mountains in the background, stay tuned. I'm going to show you some footage from Chloe and I's trip to Phoenix, where she treated me for my birthday to a bed and breakfast and a visit to the botanical gardens to see the Luminaires light display. So stay tuned for that. But just before we get to that, I want to show you some footage of the film crew rolling up, the French journalists that came up to interview Chloe and I, and just question us about van life and how we met and what it's like to meet someone on the road and partner up and travel together. It was an interesting evening. They stayed all evening, and we sat around the campfire, and Chloe made some finger sandwiches for them. It was a good evening. We enjoyed it. So that episode will air on French television in February. And at some point, we will get a link to that so we can go and watch it also. Okay, check out this scene. Look at this spread of food that Chloe made. Candles, wine, champagne, delicious food. What a sight. Just thought you would enjoy seeing that. Now, here is the film crew pulling up and unloading their equipment. This was the ones from the French TV episode they're doing on Nomads. And just got a shot of them when they pulled up and started setting up their equipment. They mic'd us up and everything. It was a pretty interesting experience. Check out the moon coming up in the east as the sun is setting in the west. Beautiful desert sunsets and moonrises. So I thought I'd show you another shot of this table of food. That just, what an evening that was. Living like a king out here on free public land in Arizona. Now let's jump on over into the scenes from Phoenix. This is the botanical gardens. This is where Chloe and I went for my birthday celebration. This is the light display. Oh, here's our selfie. I think we got a couple of those coming up. We were looking dapper. But these lights, the artist is Chihuly, and he's well known for his glass structures and glass sculptures. Beautiful stuff. You really got to see it in person. The camera just doesn't do it justice. But the botanical garden, it's killer. I mean, it's a pretty place. It was a wonderful time. I guess we spent about 2 hours walking around, taking in the sights. Weather was good, not too cold. And the crowds were pretty heavy, but it was a great time. This is a picture of the bed and breakfast we stayed in. Look at that ceiling. And look at this note that the hostess left us, wishing me happy birthday. Thought that was real nice. And I'll leave you here with a few video shots from the botanical gardens and the main entrance and more of the ornamental scenes, light displays. They also had a gypsy band playing, but for some reason I lost that footage. Sorry about that. I thought you would enjoy that. I wish I could have showed you that. All right, my friends. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed the scenes and sights from the previous week of van life in the desert of Arizona. So everyone, take care. Be well and smash the bell.